Hello YouTube, Joseph John. I have this topic I want to talk about, the mandatory work activity, because I just come back from an activity that I've been sanctioned to attend. This is despite the fact that I'm getting work experience in various schools, preparing for the initial teacher training in September of this year, 2015. And I've been mandated to go along to a particular farm in Enfield. So this particular farm in Enfield is the Albany Park Farm, and it's interesting because whereas farming is like a crucial economy for the United Kingdom, the question is, how many black farmers are there actually in the UK? I wouldn't have thought there were that many, if any at all, actually. Now, on this particular farm, you have like 80% or more of the farm hands are actually black and black men, and women, black men and women. And it's interesting because isn't that racism? Because I think the mandatory work activity is open to abuse, where advisors can just hand-pick people and refer people onto these schemes. And looks like to me, most of the time they're just selecting black people to go on these schemes. There's loads of white people who are unemployed. I don't see them turning up at this farm. So it's very much like race discrimination. You're sending all the black people onto a plantation, and it's a laugh, in the black man's face. The black man is becoming like a laughing stock. It's a form of modern day slavery. You go there and you're not getting any pay. People will argue, okay, you're getting housing benefit, you're getting your job seekers, but in slave days, what did the slave get? The slave was able to get accommodation from the slave master. He got food to eat. The job seeker's allowance pays you subsistence. It's a subsistence allowance. All it does is allow you to get food, probably pay a little bit of electric bill, gas bill. That's it. No luxuries. And yet you can be mandated to go travel miles onto somebody's workplace for free. And the annoying thing about it, it's actually a charitable organization. The farm is run by supposedly a charity producing food for places like Food Bank and other organizations, possibly schools, I don't know, but they're supposed to be a charity. So why are they involved? If they're involved with taking people out of poverty, why are they involved in further impoverishing people? Because the people who are working on the farm are forced to work there. They're on some job seekers allowance, what it is, and then they're expected to travel, work on minuscule amounts of food, because the job seekers doesn't allow you to eat like a king. You have to be pretty smart to be able to feed yourself very well. So I think it's wrong, and what I think the way to tackle this is people need to boycott any organization, particularly charitable organizations, that's using slave labor, forced labor. And it's interesting also because you see a lot of cases in the on YouTube and in the media where there's in fact a high court judge has already ruled on the mandatory work program, for example, and the similar things like the work activity thing, where they said it's illegal to have somebody forced into doing some sort of work that it's not in their career path, it's not in their interest, so on and so forth. So why is the government ignoring a high court ruling? you know, somebody ought to be going to prison over this. I mean, you've heard of the Arab Spring. You know, you saw Gaddafi got thrown out of presidency. You also saw, you know, Saddam Hussein. And yet, you know, I think we need to have a UK Spring. You know, how about that? And take that down to, you know, Downing Street. Anyway, feedback the video. Let me know what you think. Until next time, subscribe.